it do it? Yeah, we're live. We're live again, guys. Welcome back to another installment of me learning how to stream. Just kidding. Welcome back to the Curtis Wow Devlog for Deadly Decks. This is a live stream number 33. I'm really proud of myself on this. This week was rough. I think I only streamed. This is my second stream this week. I was doing like 5 a week, but man, between spring break with the little guys and then a migraine that like totally knocked me out for like 2 days. Ugh, it's the worst. I get these like seasonal headaches that like, I don't know what it is. I don't know where they come from, but man, when they show up, they are not fun. And I feel like I just totally take a day and just throw it in the trash. It's like, all right, see you later. Anyway, I'm back and I have a very specific thing I want to accomplish in this dev stream. And that is, I want to finish the last 2 heroes in the set of the 10 heroes that we've been designing here. So let me just go ahead and drop a couple links here and then let's get into it. The last 2 heroes that we got to design today are Orin. He's like the brute guy with the battle axe, the big dude. And then we have one more sorcerer to design. And that sorcerer's name is Melody. She's kind of like, what is it? Clefairy? Where they put people to sleep. I don't know what happened there. My brain just paused and then just ellipsed like straight out into nowhere. And it was like, okay, yeah, wait, we're back. We're back. We're back. Yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing today. 2 heroes. I'm going to try and speed run the hero design basically because I need to just get back to playing this game. It's been really great to design 10 heroes in a row. I didn't really think for any particular reason that it would be a challenge or it would like basically, for lack of a better word, burn me out. But it happened. And I definitely do feel burnt out on hero design. I'm like ready to just Monday hop on here and jump in with playtests and running the game like I was playing it before, where we could really get a feel for how the game works and what the heroes do, rather than what this has been, which has been week after week, designing a hero kit, designing a hero kit, designing a hero kit, and not really playing it, not really seeing how the heroes work together and all that stuff. Raymond, what's up? Oh, I did. Yeah, the milk game is real. I can't wait. I forgot that that's what that game was about. I can't wait to see it. Ooh, I know, it really is, Raymond. It's like so many. 10 doesn't seem like a big number until you're like 3 weeks in and you're like, oh my God, I still have 2 more to go. I feel like I'm like finishing a school assignment, you know, one of those like big projects, and you have to like do all this stuff. And then even when you're almost done, you still have like another 2 weeks of work to finish it. You're like, oh. So today we're finishing these 2 heroes right here. We have Orin and we have Melody. Orin is a big tanky bruiser. Melody is a sorcerer who sings and does like cool stuff with her harmonies and things like that. And then, yeah, we can get these 2 done. Just got to get 2 heroes done today. We will have at least built kits out for all of these guys, whether or not they're final. Well, I can even tell you, I would be surprised if many of these are final at all. But at least we'll be at a point where we can say, oh my gosh, they've graduated. They've graduated. We can finally start making the game and get back to playing it. So with that said, I'm going to just like jump in here and we're going to start with an easy one, which should be Orin. I know I have a really good card in here from James for the art that I just have to take a look at and see where I can find it here. I think it's a little bit further back. But he basically, we were talking about him before, James and I, and he has a shoulder pad, like probably not drawn here, but he has some kind of shoulder pad that like lets him like shove someone and stun a creature. So we're going to just start with stunning a creature. When you have good testers, they tell you everything to change already. Oh my God, did you already get like feedback from your testers? It's true. They really do. They really just like, they'll tell you stuff that you never even thought of. Here it is. We're just going to grab this for now. This is not final, but we're going to go ahead and make a little card here. A little cardy poo. Is it this one? Sure, we can clone this one. So the first thing we're going to give him is a shoulder pad where he can go ahead and just like stun creatures by smashing them. It's going to kind of work like Rowan's, which one was it? Who had the one? Rowan's knives. Rowan has throwing knives that you can use once per encounter. This is going to be similar to that. It's like once per encounter, he can use this thing and knock people back and stun them. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a folder, call it Orin, put this in here. And then I think we just have to grab like a card, maybe this one, this one, this one, this one, or this one. Maybe it's this one. Yeah. How's the testing going, Raymond? Are people feeling it? Are they hyped for the game? You guys have been working on this game for like years? Has it been like 2 years you've been working on this thing? Let me see here. We wanted to grab this one, copy it in, and I got to catch up with my Roblox dev. I'm hoping over the weekend, because we're supposed to be working on Gunball, but I think he's doing like I think he said he's like interviewing for like Tencent or something right now. And I was like, whoa, dude. Okay. So I'm hoping we can get that done. Okay, this one is going to be called the brace. Is it a bracer? What's like a... medieval shoulder armor name? Pauldron? Oh, it could be a pauldron. A rivet shoulder. I'm doing my historical deep dive where I just do one quick Google search and then that's basically it. Shoulder armor, armor pauldrons. This kind of does look like a pauldron and I kind of like that name. I could call it that. We'll just give it a little pauldron for right now. I know, Raymond. I'm like excited for him to have the opportunity and I hope he gets the job. But at the same time, I'm like, no, I want to make Roblox games with you. Don't take my developer, but also do take my developer because he deserves it. He's such a good dude. And then it's like, what? Then I got to go find another Roblox dev. God, so hard to find good Roblox devs. Like ones that'll work with you and like really put like a lot of effort into it. And anyway, it's okay. Like I said, I hope he gets the job. I truly do. Cause like he's really talented. And like, truth be told, he should probably be doing something else other than making Roblox games. because he's like just so talented at what he does. It's a little bit of a waste of his time and effort, in the sense of like, I know it's fun and it's super fun, but he's just so brilliant that I'm like, bro, go like, I don't know what, but go do it. Go do whatever you do that you're supposed to use your brain for. Okay, the pauldron is, let's just call this like a rush or something. You know, again, I don't have really like names for these things, but we're gonna say stun one creature this round, this turn. Turn and exhaust until the end of the encounter. So this dude gets to stun somebody. Stun somebody that I used to know. So he's gonna stun somebody. Yeah, I don't know, Raymond, like, what am I gonna do? Does that mean I have to start all over with Gunball again? And then this other dude I've been talking to about, like, he's like wanting to like invest in a Roblox game, and he's kind of been telling me that it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And then yesterday I was a little bummed out, not even just a little bit, because I saw the contract that he was basically considering, and it was, yikes. It was not a good contract. Not a good contract for me at all. So I'm kind of like, it's weird because I feel like I had a lot of irons in the fire, and then just this week I feel like a lot of irons kind of like went out, so I got to start all over again. What? Wait, you've talked to Roblox admins about your game and you can never be account deleted for cursing on VC once? Wait, what does that mean? Don't they have extreme working at this company's? Oh, Tencent? Probably. Yeah. Tencent's like, yeah, Tencent's like a madhouse, right? That's where like they just kind of like crush you. Okay, we got pauldron. That's great. This feels like stun one creature this turn and exhaust. I'm down with this. This feels okay. It's an instant. You can use it anytime you want. Sure. Sure, why not? That's one card for Oren. I'll take it. Like I said, I'm not trying to get these perfect. I'm just trying to speed run this. Like, I really want to, I just want to get these heroes done so that on Monday, I want to come in on Monday and I just want to play this game. I miss playing this game so much at this point. Yeah, thanks, EA. I don't want to sign in, actually. I never wanted to. You mean if you get false banned, you have admins to speak to now? Oh my God, yeah, freaking awesome. Yeah, it's amazing. Oh, thanks, Raymond. Thanks, dude. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. I feel like once I get through the slog of hero design, whew, it's gonna be back to what it was before, which was like fun, playing the game, making cool cards while playing the game. I think it's gonna be really good. If I could do this all over again, I would definitely not try to do 10 heroes back to back to back to back. Like, I just wouldn't. I wouldn't do it again. It's too hard. It's not even that it's too hard. It's just there's not enough creative energy to maintain it. Definitely gets to a point where I'm just like, ugh, okay. All right, so we have this little kit here. Remember this kit formula that I had for the heroes? And the way that that works is right here. Let me see here. It's one is this is the one here. Let's come down here and we'll try it again. Today is 410. An ability that interacts with other heroes. We don't have that yet. 2 attacks that are different and useful at the same time. We don't have that. An item that can be used during battle that has many different use cases. We have the pauldron now made. That's one of them. So we got that one done. That one's done. Okay. 2 attacks that are different and useful at the same time. We have one and it's a really bad one. This is from the old version of the game. It's just not good. If possible, just hire someone to concept 10 cards. Oh, Lightning Gold Studios. That's cool. So you get to work with a whole team? How many people do you get to work with? I really miss working with a team where you're like working together in like a group. I miss that so much. I miss that a lot, honestly. More than anything, I miss that. I miss my studio so much. When I had like 7 people full time, like devs and 3D modelers, and we were in the middle of New York City on 21st Street. Oh, I miss that so much. I miss that. I miss walking into that office. It was so good. 4 full-time collab and then 1 person on a commission. Dang, that's so great. That's really fun. You just like all feel like you're like on a team, you know, like working towards a goal. Like you're like a basketball team and you're like trying to win. And it's just really fun to like work together, you know? I like, as much as I like my office, it's like, it's just me. It's just me. I wish I had like 2 people that I could work with in here and be like, yeah, let's like make deadly decks. And every day we come in and we just keep working on it. I'd say that's like the hardest thing about where I'm at, is like just being myself. Like, you know, if I get a headache, a migraine this week and I'm out for 2 days, nothing got done. We didn't get anywhere. When I come back, no one, except for you guys, of course, but like no one as like a team is like, oh my God, like, glad you're back. Check out all the stuff we got done. It's like, you know, you come back and it's like, all right, time to pick up the pieces. Now I lost 2 days, so that's just what it is. Really love being in a team. Miss that a lot. The obbies fund you? What? You guys are living off of obbies? Wow. You've been locking in way more and started communicating more with all the devs. That's good, man. That's good. It's really good. I can't wait for this game, man. It looks great. All right, so we probably want to fix the battle axe, and we also want to give him an ability that will do something for the team. Let's see, what could we do? What could we do? The battle axe, he's supposed to do a lot of damage, but he's supposed to do a lot of damage, but at the same time, I don't want him to be like OP compared to the other heroes where he just feels like, oh, you got to take Aura and he does so much damage. So how to make him like tough, but not, again, like not just so obviously like pick him instead of anybody else. I feel like we could do a thing where he's like slower. How could we do slower? We already have Bucket, who does the every other turn attack, and I would give this to him, except we already did that, so I feel like that's not gonna work. I don't think that's gonna work for him. Thanks, Raymond. Yeah, I love it. James's art is just so good. It's like so good. Yeah, what could we do? How do you make him a tank but not like so crazy? That's the trick with this guy. I know he's really got it like down. Let's see if we could bring it up at least, and we can start working on it in here. Oh, did I record this stream? Yeah, I am recording this stream. Great. I want to try and get back to that. Okay, so let's take a look at this guy's weapons card. Where is it? Weapons cards, the new ones. Hopefully it'll open. Fingers crossed. Once it does the no scratch discs, we're kind of screwed. Yeah, I'm trying to think. He is a tanky bruiser. He takes a lot of damage. He does a lot of damage. Why wouldn't you take him every single time? That's the thing. What's the drawback? You know, usually the drawback is like, oh, he's slower. So if he's slower, he can't attack as much or as often. Again, we already have that. Maybe he's a variant of the attacking every other turn, like a variant of like oh man, it's like the more that I think about him, the more I want to just give him what Bucket has, where it's like, you know, oh yeah, he like, oh great, it actually opened. Oh, this is great. Let me see here. This is not Reichert's shield though, but that's okay. All right, let's see what we got here. If we close all these, I guess last time I was in here, I really made this file a mess. All right, somewhere in here is the battle axe. There it is. And so if we turn this one off, yeah, there it is. Okay, great. Yay. This will be easy to edit. The battle axe does I was like thinking maybe it just does like you know, we could actually do is we could maybe make it where it only does damage on a 2 or a crit. So if 2 equals trying to think here. If 2 or crit equals 2 damage, if 1 or miss equals 1 miss token, something like that. Something like that. I know it is. It's like programmer stuff. It's like, we'll probably rewrite these to be more fluid, but it is so programmer. It's like if a 1, what I'm thinking is like, if you roll a 1 for this, it's actually a miss because he's slower. So he has to get a 2 or a crit. So if you make a 1, if you do a fail, if fail or 1 equals 1 miss token, which we're going to change the name of that. If 2 or crit, do 2 damage. So he has a 50-50 chance of hitting. I tried to do the math on this. So that means if he missed and then he hit and then he missed and he hit, because this is 50-50 odds, then he's basically doing 1 damage per turn. That doesn't feel that great to me. So I think it's gotta be if two do 2 damage, if crit do 3 damage. Right? Yeah, I think so. And then I have this idea for him where he does like a shatter or something, like a, you know, like the Reinhardt, like Smashdown Jimmy Jam, that guy. I feel like he could also do something like that, where he has that as an attack. Looks like we're gonna have to make some room. It's gonna cover up some of the art, I guess, or maybe we'll just have to move the art up. Here we go, getting there. I'm thinking what this one's gonna do is it's actually going to do a -1 damage. Whoa, interesting, Raymond. I want to hear about this because I wonder about this myself. I'm actually very curious as to what the value of my stream is right now, because I believe in it, but I'm also trying to understand what exactly is it that I'm doing here. So give me 1 second here. I'm going to wrap up this thought, and then I really want to hear what you have to say. This is really interesting here. Okay, there we go. Maybe, I mean, I hate to do this because I know James really wants to see the art as it is so that he can make the changes to it, but I feel like he'd be on board with this little change here. Okay, I'm going to change this, and then let me get into what you were saying there, Raymond. I'm so curious. All right, heave, ground. Bash, just call it ground bash. I don't know. I don't have names for these things exactly right now. And then what this one's gonna do is all interesting. All creatures do -1 damage. Oh man. All creatures get a hex token. The target creature and any creatures adjacent receive a hex token. So you can do a smash, heave, take your chances on a 50-50. This is interesting because with Simeon has the coin. So with Simeon keeps the same odds. But for Orin's battle axe, it's actually a bonus, because if you just flip the coin, it still is a 50-50, but your chance of getting the 3 damage is higher than getting the 2 damage. That's interesting. I'm happy with that. And then this ground bash is the target creature and any creatures adjacent receive a hex token. Comma, and any creatures adjacent receive a hex token. I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to call it ground bash. I'm going to call it ground quake. Just because why not? Okay, let's save this. Let's put it in here. Orin battle axe. I'm okay with this. This feels pretty interesting. And then we're gonna do this, and then Raymond, I want to hear some of these thoughts on what the value of this stream is. I'm so excited about this. It's really good to know. All right, let me go ahead, and we gotta add in the card to this guy. Copy the image address, drop it in here. Yes. And then this is the old card, and now this is the new card. Wow, okay, we're making progress. We're getting there. Take this up here, drop it in. Okay, where does that leave us with? We now have an ability that interacts with other heroes. We don't have that yet. 2 attacks are different and useful at the same time. We do have that now. So we're halfway there. I'd say over halfway there, because these 2 are actually some of the hardest cards to design. And this one, the ability that interacts with other heroes, and the fun non-combat item, I think we can get away with that. Now, Raymond, you were saying, I'm so interested here. Raymond's saying, I was thinking about what value your streams provide, and I think a big part of it is the concepting, hearing how you think through ideas and approach building something. Wow, that's so cool. Huh. And that one-on-one communication with community. This one is very important. Oh, you mean because like I like talk to my chat like as like one-on-one? I don't watch a lot of streamers anymore. Is that rare or unique? You also said, could talk more about your concepting process verbally, such as, so basically the health system should have a constant sense of gain and loss without allowing a hero to live forever. Oh, like I could talk more about my concepting process. Oh, wow. Sometimes I wonder if like when I go into like more of my concepting stuff, if that's almost like too much. But you're saying I could even do more. Ooh, interesting feedback. That's interesting. So almost like, yeah, like kind of like maybe what I was doing in the beginning, which is like designing this hero. My biggest concern is that they're going to be too powerful. How to make them so that they are evenly balanced with the others. That's my biggest concern with this hero, because they're supposed to do a lot of damage and they're supposed to have a lot of hit points. But I also don't want it to be like, oh, you gotta take Orin because he's so beefy. He's such a beefcake, you gotta take him. But we're almost here with this guy. Orin now just needs... By the way, Raymond, thanks for this feedback. That's really helpful to know. I think as the stream goes on too, like I said, I kind of have changed my perspective from when I used to stream on Twitch. Twitch, I always felt like I was like, for lack of a better word, chasing an ambulance. I don't know if that makes sense as a metaphor, but like, I just felt like on Twitch, I was always chasing more viewers, more viewers, more viewers. Like, even though I didn't want that to be what I was optimizing for, I just think I was still worried about it all the time. Like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And with this stream, I kind of have a different approach. I think coming back to streaming after streaming before, my approach now is like, I do definitely want to grow this community and get more viewers. But I am more concerned with doing it in a way that I like making content. Because before, there was a lot of times on Twitch that I didn't like the way I was making content because it felt like a job. And a lot of people say that, like making content feels like work. So I don't know, maybe this stream is a hypothesis about, can you actually make content and build a community in a way that is sustainable and enjoyable for the creator. Like streaming is just ranting and funny things and one-on-one with the community. Yeah. Yeah. I also feel like I'm learning about how to put this. I'm learning about what's fun to share about game design every time that I stream. That's also been really helpful. Interesting. I just saw something that's like, yeah, consistency over motivation. Oh, that's interesting. Like, I'll give you a great example. I personally know that right now, my current stream is not competing in the streamer collective of like top streams, right? I'm not like doing shenanigans. I'm not like over the top energy level. I'm not like doing every second you guys have to do a stream train or do emotes. And I kind of know that in the back of my mind that I'm like not really playing into all of the streaming stuff that happens when you do a stream. So for me, I'm kind of like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm not going to do that shit. I'm really not trying to be like aggressively like, yeah, I'm going to do it on my terms. That's not like where I'm at with it, but it's more like, can I do it in a way though that's like just more chill, you know? David Goggins doesn't run every day because he's motivated to do so. He runs because he's consistent. Yeah, I feel like that's where I'm at with this too. The consistency, like this week, it killed me that I only streamed 2 times this week. And part of me really wanted to just show up and do it. The only reason I didn't was I felt like from a consistency standpoint, it would have hurt me more than helped me, because again, my main goal is to make the stream something I look forward to, not something I punch the clock on and I'm like, oh God, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, how long do I have to do this stuff for? Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I will tell you, like, I'm getting a little antsy. Like, I feel like I got these streams down for Deadly Decks pretty good. As far as like people who like game design, this is your thing. You know, if you really want to do game design, I mean real game design, I'm not talking about just like, you know, making some little throwaway thing that's going to exist for 2 seconds. But if you really want to talk about like deep game design, that's what we're going to do here. And that's what I am doing. But I am excited to start jumping into other stuff. And I don't know what form that will take or how it will happen, but I'm getting very close to like wanting to jump in to do like the other games that I work on. So we'll see. We'll see. Back to the nature at hand. We got 2 options here. Gonna give this guy a ability that interacts with other heroes and a fun non-combat item. Okay. I don't know why, but I feel like he's like a fisher. James and I have talked about this, that he's like a fisher. I wonder if he can like fish or something. Me. Yo, chat, can I get a W in the chat? I feel like there's going to be a pendulum swing soon. There's got to be like a counterbalance to that kick streamer culture. I just feel like it's going to come. It's going to come someday, and it's going to be like these guys are, you know, not all of them, but like, you know, a lot of these guys are just like in it for the wrong reasons, and you know, you don't want to support them. And you know, it's hard for me to find people that I'm like, I agree with them in real life. Usually they're just funny guys, and then I'm like, oh yeah, but like, do I agree with you? And then chances are I don't. You know. Okay, what power do we give Orin here? Let's see. Right now it's on critical. Creature is stunned this round. This is what it used to be back in the day. We're not going to do that. That's not any good now. And we want it to be something that's like somewhat helpful to someone else. What's that? AWS? Amazon Web Service? That's the programmer brain in me. Are we promoting Amazon Web Service now? Okay. What could he do that helps other people? I kind of like the idea that he can do a little bit of a hex. That if he can knock down the damage, if he can knock down the damage, maybe he scares them a little bit. If he does a critical, maybe if he does a critical, he can scare them or like, or even put a miss on them. We have a lot of people who can do miss though. I don't think missing is where it's at right now. What could we do? I'm like, if he gets a critical, you can put a miss token on a different, on any other. Like maybe he causes fear. So when he hits a critical, you can put a miss token, one miss token on any adjacent creature. Like they get scared. That could be pretty cool. Ask the question of what's wrong and asking how you could fix it. You mean for these guys? Like what kind of, what's the ability we have to put for Orin to be able to help other teammates in battle? And I'm thinking that what he could do is, because he does like, he's a big guy and he does like critical hits. Big time critical hits is going to be his thing, where he just does a lot of damage. That when he gets a critical, he actually scares or intimidates one of the creatures next to it. So if I did a critical on this undead guard and we did 3 damage to it, the creature next to it is like, oh shit, right? So it'd be like 3 damage. And then this guy, cards, please. And then this guy, and then you could put this one on this guy because he's now scared, which means if he goes last, it's not going to do anything. But if he went first, it could actually give you a little bit of a bonus. The other option is to be able to put bleeding on a critical. Maybe he puts 1 blood token, because we do have other, who do we have that can put misses on here? Right now it's Bucket and Ashmar can both do misses. They can create miss tokens. Lady Lyria puts hex tokens, and I don't think anyone else does miss tokens. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm for it. I'm for it. Let's worry about the blood stuff later. Actually, no, let's make him blood, because I feel like already Bucket does intimidation. When he winds up, you can place a miss token. So I feel like if we did that with him, it's kind of the same trick. Just feels very samey. And I think on critical, add 1 blood. And this is great because that means if you trade the... Oof, what does that mean if you do ground quake? The target creature and any creatures adjacent receive a hex token. Oh, questions and then answering is good content. Even chat could answer sometimes. So putting this in more of like a questions. So for instance, Raymond, here we go. So if he can do a critical blood token, what happens when you use groundquake and you roll and you get a critical? The target creature and any creatures adjacent receive a hex token. Does every creature get a blood token? So maybe up here, what we would have to do is say, so maybe up here we would have to say, on critical, add 1 blood token to the target creature. Explain, then question, then you answer, or chat helps. Okay, all right, I'm gonna try this. This is really helpful. Let's see. Okay, so in this case though, we're gonna just go ahead and grab. We're gonna grab the hero card for Orin. And then inside here, we're going to just go ahead and put... I'm going to try and remember that, Raymond. That's going to be... It's going to be tricky, but I'm going to keep it in mind, and I'm going to see if I can do it. I mean, I know I can over time. All right, so in here, we're going to put this medium 0, and then we bring it down here. Put it in here, and then we're gonna say something like on crit, place 1 bleed token on target. I think that could work. You know, again, we'll see. Maybe it's not gonna work. Maybe it's not going to work. He has 15 health. Can you believe that in the original game that James and I worked on, these guys had like 9 health? Like, this was the highest health character in the entire game, was 9 health. And now we're like up to like 15. And I'm sure we're probably going to get to like 20 or something. All right, he has 15 health. I'll storyboard it if it works, because that's what helped me make the lemonade channel. Oh, dang, Raymond. Yeah, hit me with those recipes. Sure. Yeah, if you can take some time and storyboard it, I think it would really help me to like see it visually and then be able to like internalize it. I see what you mean though. Like, if I'm just working on it, then there isn't really a lot that people can add in. And I do find that on the stream, I think I do go back and forth just randomly already, where sometimes I'll talk about something that I'm like working on, and then I kind of like ponder it for a while, and everyone in chat is like throwing in some suggestions and stuff. And then there's other times where I think I'm kind of like just on my own, being like, okay, I'm working on this, but I'm not really thinking about, you know, the stream in the way of your kind of sharing it, which that could be really cool. Cool and helpful. All right, let's see. We got Oren here. Save this. Save it so we can come back to it if we need to. Let's go ahead and copy this. We're almost through this guy. And then me talk about some random shit off topic. Yeah, me too. I tend to do that quite often as well. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I want to talk about too, but I don't. Like, I've been kind of walking that line, trying to think about, you know, how much do I go in on like the game industry and things happening in the game industry as opposed to just make this solely about game design. And that's been pretty tricky to think about too. You know, I don't want to like punch down on people or like, you know, this game sucks or Ubisoft sucks or whatever. But at the same time, part of me is like, yeah, but if I have feelings about it, it seems like at this point, everyone just shares what they think about stuff. Ooh, we're so close to this guy being done. Oren now has an ability that interacts with other heroes. He does add a bleed token. And now he has 2 attacks that are different and useful at the same time. Yes. And then 1 non-combat item. I was thinking this would be a fishing rod. But like, how would that even work? And then we'd have to make fish cards and he'd be like the only one who could use it. That seems like a lot for him. Seems like a lot for him. You could probably just stay away from politics. I'm not a master debater. Yeah. Oh, it's a vacuum. It's like, what? What is that sound? That sound really threw me. It's like a vacuum out there. Yeah, I think politics, you're either in or you're out, you know? Not to talk about politics when you said don't talk about politics, but I think politically you have to either be all in or all out. Like either you're a place where people come to hear about news and politics because that's what you talk about and you're knowledgeable in it, or like you gotta chill, you know? I know that's what sometimes I do think. Are there any ghosts in this old historical house? Because it is like super old. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Just gotta give him like one more thing. What happens outside of battle that would be a cool thing for him to do? I was thinking fishing could be really fun, but it seems too intricate. Like fishing would be a little too much. He could... I was like, does he have a boat that can travel over certain locations? That's no. Does he do something when you meet people? He's intimidating. He's Oh, James and I were talking about the fact that he is trying to get the people of his town back together. He's from this Deadfish Port over here. He's supposed to be from Deadfish Port, which is it here? No, there's Deadfish Port. He's supposed to be from here. From Deadfish Port, right here on the edge. And the idea being that all of his people in his town were like ransacked and taken prisoner. and now he's going back, and when he meets them, he like helps them or something. So I wonder if he has some kind of like medallion from his town or something like that, so that when people see the medallion, they react a certain way. They like give him stuff or things like that. That could be pretty cool. That's where we're going to go with him. I think it's good enough for now. So we're going to go ahead and go back to these cards, and I'm just going to give him the dead fish medallion. Did I spell that right? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I did spell it right. The dead fish medallion, and probably shouldn't be changing this one. I should have just copied it, but what are you gonna do? Oh my god, I did this to Tot the Leech. Okay, great. And the dead fish medallion is just gonna be a symbol of hope. And this is just going to be a passive one. I think we can turn this off. Yeah, passive. And it will just basically be like something like, those who recognize the symbol will call you friend. So we don't, maybe we just leave it like that. People don't really know exactly what this thing's gonna do. They're just kind of like, okay, I'll take it and see what happens when I play the game. I gotta see if dead fish port is one word. Okay, so it's one word. So let's just go back here and fix that. Okay. And now let's just go ahead and put it on here. So we just go ahead and clone this card. And then we can come back here and not that one. And then we can go ahead and add it in here like we always do. I'm also really excited because I think once these heroes are done, I can spend about 2 weeks playing through with them. And I just have to see how to do this on Tabletop Simulator, but feels like after that, I could release this as like a public playtest for people who have Tabletop Simulator, where they can just grab this and play it. Which would be pretty interesting. Okay. Maybe, just maybe, we can consider Orin as a complete hero. He has all the pieces that we needed to do. It's got a fun combat, non-combat item, an item that can be used during battle that has many different use cases. That's the pauldron. 2 attacks are different and useful at the same time. Yes, they are. An ability that interacts with other heroes. Yeah. How much is it? That's a good question. I don't know. I bought it a long time ago. What does it say? Let me see. $19.99. Maybe. Huh. I was trying to think. Maybe. I wonder if there's ways to get it outside of that. Oh wow, they really have like a lot of stuff on here. Wow. That's a Pokemon bundle worth. I know. It's crazy. It's crazy how the prices of things vary between platform to platform. How like $20 on Steam is a lot, but it's way more than $20 on mobile, you know? Unless you're playing a game that you spend money on, in which case $20 on mobile doesn't seem like a lot. It's all crazy. It's all relative. Okay, let's overwrite this one. Warren's done. There is one last thing that I may come back and try out at some point. Your booster pack was 30 for 6 packs. Did you get anything good? Oren's basically done for now. One thing I might play around with is this idea that I've been coming back to over and over and over again, which is that different attacks have different action point costs. So we could call these action points. So let's say Oren has 2 of them. He could actually do both of these. He could do one and then he could do the other. Or Heave might be, you know, or Groundquake might be 2 of them and Heave is 1. And then every turn you get 1 back. So it's like if you use 2 of them, on the next turn you only get to use 1. And then, but you would never get 1 back. That's kind of broken, isn't it? You'd have to not use 1 this turn. You'd have to tell him not to attack. Basically, if I used 1 to do Heave and I attacked, sorry, if I used 2 to do Groundquake and then on the next turn I get 1 back, I'd have to literally not use anything that was an attack to be able to get 1 back. Seems like it wouldn't work. Yeah, I don't know if I've talked myself out of it in like 2 seconds. You didn't. And from the Prismatic Evolutionist, I could have gotten a $1,000 worth card. Oh, wow. Could you imagine? Could you imagine spending $30 and you walk away with 1,000? Damn. Pokemon is crazy, guys. All right. Now the question is, with Oren done, maybe I'll do that action point thing someday, but not right now for sure. Should we just do Melody? Oh my gosh. I'm like pretty burnt and we're already through an hour of it. We're through an hour of live stream. Could I push myself to do one more? Oh my gosh. My muse says no, but I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, you said the booster pack for cheap. You got it. They're reselling them for $80. It's crazy, man. Pokemon is crazy town. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We can do this. We could do this. We did Oren. We're going to do Melody. Melody's the last one. Okay, we could do this. We need an ability that interacts with other heroes. We need 2 attacks that are different. We need an item that can be used during battle, and then a fun non-combat item. Okay. Okay, Melody. Melody she is a sorcerer who sings. Her basic kit is she does this one called Echo Strike. This is broken as hell. You do 1 damage. It's like supposed to be an echo. If you use your soul and you do Echo Strike, you get to roll to see if you hit. And if you do, you get to roll again. And it stacks 3 times. So you're supposed to be like, 1, I got 1 damage, right? I get to roll again, 2 damage, 3, I get 3 damage. Now, this is back in the day. I don't know if you guys remember this. This is back in the day when this was not a D6, it was actually a D4. So the chance of you failing was 1 out of 4, not 1 out of 6. So this is like way OP. Like do 3 damage right off the bat. Okay, anyway, moving on. But I do like the idea of the echo, like that, like you hit it and then it bounces back. Hymn of Silence. The creature is asleep until any hero rolls a 0. Probably would change that to until any hero hits them or, you know, antagonizes them or anything. Dissonant Harmony. When a creature would attack a hero, it attacks itself instead. That's interesting. That's interesting. That could be cool. Yeah, like you could basically make the undead guard hit himself. Okay, I like it. Raymond said they made the Pokemon vending machine slowly stock to stop the scalpers. So they wait constantly, sometimes for hours for a restock. Oh my God, really? What are the good ones right now? I'm so out of Pokemon, I don't even know. Like, if I go to Target and I see booster packs, what are the ones that are hot fire right now? Not that I have the money to do it, but you never know. You know, throw a couple boosties in, see if you get a little hologram, pay for a vacation. I'd be down. I'd be down for that. All right, so that is Melody. That's Melody. So I should open them on stream. Okay, which ones? I'll get some packs this weekend and we'll do a Pokemon card reveal. That'll be really funny. Is it these ones you're talking about, the prismatics? These are the ones that are on fire right now. All right, we're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. How to finish this last character. Okay, she sings. She sings. So this is too OP. So first, this is overwhelming. This is overwhelming. So many heroes. I cannot wait to be done with this part of building this game. This has been so overwhelming. Okay, we need to do an ability that attacks, an ability that interacts with other heroes, and she is about confusion and stunning. Right, sleep is prismatic evolutions. Just no Scarlet and Violet era sets and certain weak Sun and Moon sets. All right, I'm gonna look out. That would be fun to open them up here on stream. Okay. First things first. I feel like this Echo Strike is the biggest problem here. Like 1 damage, if successful, roll again and do 1 damage, stacks 3 times. That is like for 1 soul. That's like you could do up to 3 damage, but it's also a 1 in 6 chance, which means it's almost never going to happen. But then if I just make it on a successful roll, oh, sorry, I had this backwards. If it is successful, you get a 5 in 6 chance each time you roll that it's going to be successful. So it's like a 5 in 6 chance that you're going to do 3 damage. That's really powerful. what if for the echo strike, it has to be, you have to be, your roll has to be a +1 to your previous roll. Like an echo, like it's growing in sound. So you roll the first time, you get a 2. I can roll again, but it has to be a crit. And it's not. So let me try that again. If I roll and I get a 2, it would have to be a crit. Oh, and I got it. So that means I did 2 damage that time. And if I start at a 1, let's just say, I'm like never getting a 1. Okay, let's say I start and I get a 1. That's 1 damage. Now I need a 2 or a crit. So now I get 2 damage. And then now I didn't get the last one. That could be pretty cool. That could be pretty cool. Like, yeah, you get a 1. That's good because now I just need a 2 or a crit and I got it. I don't know what happens on a fail with that because you got the first one. So the fail gets a little tricky with these. But I do like that. That's pretty interesting. Roll it, you get a 2. I'm going to do 1 damage unless I get a crit. And I didn't, yeah. Okay. That I could do. I could do that. Let's go ahead and grab her spell card. And let's put it on here. Oh man, so close to being done. So close to being done, these heroes. Cannot wait. Spells. And then we need the Songs of Chalice. Okay, Echo Strike. So we're gonna cover this with this like background color. Then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna drop this on it. And put this on a medium. Hit it with the 0. And then let's go ahead and lower this down. Oh, thanks, dude. Thanks, Raymond. Jeez. So how did you figure this out? Did you just like start doing something and things started working and you were like, what did I do that worked? Or did you like learn this from somewhere? Okay, Echo Strike. Roll for... Man, whatever you did though, it works on your stream. Roll for damage. Each roll must be +1. If successful, roll, do 1 damage and roll again. Must be +1 of previous roll? I don't know. Be roll if success, do 1 damage comma roll again. Oh, wow, really? Nino from Lemonade wanted you to make a channel and just concept anything that could work and constant trial and error type thing. You nailed it on the first try with the lemon channel. You own the channel. Damn, dude, that's sick. So you're just natural at doing it. It helps too when you get to do it for someone else's thing. I feel like when you have to work on your own stuff, it's so hard to like be your own hype person. But when you do it for someone else, you're like, I'll hype this up. I love it. And they're like, okay, cool, go for it. And you're like, yeah, this is easy. It's like, do it for yourself. And they're like, what do I say? What do I say? Roll on success. Do 1 damage. Roll again. Must be +1 of previous roll. Sure. You didn't try making a different type of short at first, but you thought lemon would work more. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, the ones that I saw that you posted are like, dude, they're so pro. Like, they really look like the kind of content that you see for like someone on, you know, a brand on Instagram or TikTok trying to like get attention. This one is tricky. Hymn of Silence. Creature is asleep until a hero rolls a 0? That doesn't make sense. We don't have a token for asleep either. Might have to come back to this one. Is the creature just asleep or is it stunned? Makes me think that we need a stun token and we need a stun and a sleep. Are we gonna do that? Are we gonna get into this whole mess where we do like a whole nother token? Maybe stun and sleep is probably important. I kind of feel like maybe we should do that real quick. I'm not really looking forward to making a whole nother token, but I feel like we're gonna need it first, particularly for this character. So maybe we can just do a little. I think it'll be pretty easy to make. We just, again, we grabbed the black background. Let's just do that. And then we put for sleeping, it's pretty simple, like Z, ZZ. Something like that. Oh, I wonder if we just do this, actually. Yeah, this will be a good sleep token. Something like that. And then I think we could probably switch these to this. Does that make sense? So that it actually fits with the font style. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Sure, why not? see what that looks like. I know, I think the same thing. Like, where did that even start from? Who started the whole thing of sleeping is ZZZ? We should do a collab with Sleep Token. Like the actual sleep token. I'm like, bro, you wanna do you wanna jump on this game I'm making and be the official sleep token? These are too tall. Okay, that feels a little bit better. I don't know where that came from. Isn't that so weird? Like, how? It makes sense now. It came from American comic strips during the early 20th century. Whoa. I wonder who like put it in there and was like, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. And then they were like, yeah, this works. Like, I wonder who was the person who literally said, well, we got to show them sleeping somehow. How do we do it? And then they were like, just like this. We're just going to put Z's over their head. Because, like, Z's are sleepy. How does anime show sleeping? Isn't it like a bubble? They do the bubble over their head. They're like, they're blowing a bubble or something. I can't think of it. Okay, there's our sleep token. It's too hard to read, actually. So I'm gonna just take all these and group them. And then we're just gonna make a actual stroke outline. Yeah, that way we can make it a little thicker. There we go. I am determined to finish these heroes today. I'm not coming back here on Monday with heroes that are like half baked. I'm gonna get this. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get it right today. We're gonna do it. Almost there. Almost there. There, that's better. Could probably move down a little bit, but I'm not going to do that. And then for the stunned, I think we just get a star. I know, I'm so ready, Raymond. I'm so ready. I can't even tell you. I've really burnt myself out. Like, I really burnt myself out on game design, doing all of these heroes all at once. I'm still glad that I did it, but man, I definitely hit it way too hard. Looking back on it, I feel like I could have, should have, would have rather have it so that I kind of like did 3 heroes, then play the game more and work on the game, and then come back and do another 3 heroes after playing with the other heroes and stuff. Again, like, I wouldn't go back and change it per se. I still think that I had to do this in a way. Like, it just, like, I didn't have any way of testing the game because the heroes were like super broken. But looking back on it, I'm kind of like, yeah, let's see if this works. Okay, did we get it? Yay. Okay, it's not perfect, but but I think it does the job. Like, okay, this creature is now stunned. Yeah, that's cool. Or this creature is now sleeping. It's actually really cute. That's really cute. I don't know why, but that's really funny. That tickles. Okay, yeah, or stunned. That's pretty good. Great. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna put it right here for now. I'm gonna clone these guys. Just make a bunch of them. Such a satisfying sound. Almost there. Now, if we come back here, we can close these down. I don't need to save them. Now we have it where the creature is asleep. Creature is asleep. I think the difference between stun and sleep is stun lasts for 1 round. Sleep is a status effect that lasts until someone hits that creature. So that creature is like, you could just leave that creature until it's the only one left, and then you could attack it, which I think could be pretty valuable. Again, we'll see on Monday when I actually start playing this thing again. Oops. Let's grab this guy, bring it down. Creature is asleep. We're just going to make it real simple. I'm going to fix that spell and just leave it just like it is. Okay. Okay, creature is asleep. And dissonant harmony, when a creature would attack a hero, it attacks itself instead. This is a great spell. I think that's awesome. Roll on success, do 1 damage, roll again, must be +1 of previous roll. God, that rule is really confusing. I don't know if there's an easy way to write this rule or not. All right, let's just keep it for now. The question always comes down to, why would you do this one as opposed to a different attack? Because if we have them doing the same attack every single time, then there's no choice, right? So we keep coming back to this whole thing of choice. If there isn't any choice, what point is there to play the game? So for right now, if this is really the only attack that they have, and it's even by arguing sake the best attack that they have, then we really are kind of screwed from a game design standpoint, because then there's no reason for them to do any other attack, which then makes it feel like you're just being a computer instead of playing a game where you're actually making choices. So that's the real trick with these spellcasters, I find. Yeah, is like, I don't know, I get stuck with this. Like, if they have 1 single attack on here, why not just do that attack every single time? And I've really struggled with this in a way of how to beat this kind of situation where this happens. Because if their spells are too good, then their 1 spell attack, then why wouldn't they just do it every single turn? And so for this, I'm kind of looking at it, and if we look at it, it's like, you roll on success, do 1 damage, roll again, must be +1 of previous roll. Just feels like you could do it every single time. When you roll on success, do 1 damage, then roll again. I don't know what, I know it's so, I don't know what +1 of previous means. I was like trying to make this thing where you roll the first time to attack, and if you get a 2, you can roll again, but it will only succeed if it's a +1 to make it an epic hit. It doesn't. I think it's too confusing. I think it's too confusing. So if you rolled a 1, you can then roll again, and if you get a 2 or a crit, then it still counts as a 2. Yeah, it's even just explaining it, it's really hard to explain. Darn. I was trying to do a thing where it's like if you roll a 1, you got to get a 2 or a 3 on your next turn, on your next roll, to do an additional damage. But it doesn't, it's really not, it's not reading right. It's not sounding right. Yeah, ChatGPT, make this simpler. It'd be so funny. I'm half tempted to. I think it's just the rule is not, you know. Yeah, I think it's yeah. This is gonna be a real challenge to do these heroes today. I can feel it. Echo Strike, Hymn of Silence, roll on success, roll. I think it's because I'm also trying to make it fit. Roll for damage. I know I can't. It's like, you know what? I think the rule itself is not making sense. I feel you. It's hard to follow where I'm going with it. It's like it's supposed to be where if you roll to do damage, let's say you want to do this attack. Okay, so 4, 6, and 3. Okay, so look, let's say the whole point of it was supposed to be you roll to do damage. You're like, okay, I'm gonna damage this guy. I'm gonna attack this guy. I'm gonna use one soul to do it. And you roll a 1 on your first roll. Now you're gonna do 1 damage, but you get to roll again. And if your roll is higher than a 1, then you do an additional damage. So you roll it again and you get a 1, you don't do additional damage. But if you rolled and you got a 2, a 2, yeah, if you got a 2, then you would get an additional damage. You can roll again. I think like what you're saying is like, yeah, I was trying to be clever. I think there's a difference between being clever and then I think there's a difference between being clever and this just being like overly complicated. And you're kind of like, what's the point? So I'll tell you what we'll do with this. Let's try this one. How does this do for you? How about this one? How about roll for if 1 or better, do 1 damage. If Echo Strike was Echo Strike, if 1 or better, if 1 or more, do 1 damage, do +1 damage if Echo Strike was just used. So what if it's like you use Echo Strike on the first turn, you do 1 damage, then on the second turn you do it, you get, and you roll right, you get 2 damage, and then you can keep doing 2 damage until you interrupt it. I'm thinking like Echo, you know? If one or more. Each additional success deals +1 damage. Yeah, but see, the thing I was trying to do was limit it, because if it's each success, then it's a 5 out of 6 chance that you'll be successful, which means you're going to be successful like almost every single time. What I was trying to do was say your last roll, your next roll has to be better than your last roll for it to be successful. But I think to what you're saying, it just doesn't, like, I'd have to think through it a little bit more. I feel like if one or more, do 1 damage, do +1 damage if Echo Strike was just used. Okay, I could live with this. I could live with this for right now. There's something interesting here. When you roll a success, deal 1 damage and roll again. Each additional success deals +1 damage. Yes, it's like a cool rule, but I can't get it to read right because the crit is like technically 3, but we don't count it as 3. So this one would change to feeling the burn of this last hero. My muse is definitely like, oh man, do we really have to do this? And I'm like, yeah, we should really do this. We really want to do this for Monday. So like, stick with it. Okay, now if one or more, do 1 damage, do +1 damage if successful Echo Strike last turn. That's pretty cool. So I feel like if you do it this turn, the first turn you do it, you get, the first turn you do it, you get a 1 damage. And then if you do it on the next turn, it'll be 2 damage. And it kind of like stacks there. We'll keep that. That's good for right now. We could do that. Creature is asleep. If I throw one of these in the trash, I can put a creature to sleep, which we now have, and we didn't have the ability to do that before. So I don't know why, but these tokens are so cute. They're asleep. That means they can't attack. They can't do anything until something happens to them. We'll have to figure out what those rules are. I'm going to keep one of these up here just in case. Okay, now we still only have 1 attack though. That's the problem with this. We still only have 1 attack. So we still need a team power. We need a separate attack. We need an item. Oh man, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. I'm just going to give her some basic stuff. So one of them is going to be I think one of them is going to be bleeding. Ooh, what'd you say? I love it. Raymond's like, we're gonna get it. On 1+. Oh, interesting. Deal 1 damage. If Echo Strike succeeded last turn, this deals +1 damage. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, on 1 or more, deal 1 damage. If Echo Strike succeeded last turn, this deals +1 damage. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see, what did you put? I think I'll put that in there. Let's see, if one or more, I think I would do because I try to keep it short. Do 1 damage. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's good. If successful, If successful. Oh, you have if Echo Strike succeeded. Let's try it. Comma, do +1. I'll just leave it as +1. Oh, I can't wait to work on the UI for this too, because I feel like this isn't even that much text, and Magic has like 500 more lines of text and they fit it in and people are cool with it. So I definitely want to get it. Yeah, thanks, Raymond. I definitely want to get it where I can fit these in and not be like, succeeded is too big of a word. We got to make it smaller. Raymond, sick. Thank you so much. Thanks for writing that out. I think this is better than that other idea. The other idea was like, it was just, if it doesn't make sense to you, it's probably not going to make sense to anyone. You did the old hand dance. What is that? What is that? All right. Where are we at with this? We're so close. We're so close. We could finish these 2 heroes today. God, I want to get back to playing this game. I want to get back to having fun with the game I'm working on. But you know what? I feel like people don't show this part of game design where you're just kind of like, I got to just do this thing. I just got to get it done. Okay, Melody. Yeah. You had the hand dance thing? What is that? What is the hand dance? I wish you could show it to me. I can't remember. What is the hand dance? Blush, what's going on? Yeah, it is. It's going good. I'm like, I made one character here. We're done with this kit. And we just finishing this last one hero. It's a sorcerer who, a magic sorcerer who sings. That's kind of their deal. Of course, their name is Melody. And they do cool stuff. They can put creatures to sleep. They can make creatures attack themselves. And they can also do this thing where they do Echo Strike, where they do 1 damage. If one or more, do 1 damage. If Echo Strike succeeded last turn, do +1 damage. So they stack them every single time. Thanks, Blush. Yes, for sure. Thanks for dropping in and saying hi. I hope, are you in university now? Are you at uni now or no? It's next year. But either way, I hope you have a great day too. Oh, Easter holidays. Oh my gosh, yeah. We had Easter holiday this week for Baby Wow, who's 5. He's no longer Baby Wow. There's a new Baby Wow named Arrow. Yeah, they got to do fun stuff this week. He got to go see the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and then yesterday he went rock climbing all day, which was like super cool. It was. It's Greek Easter. I wonder what Greek Easter's. I want to know what Greek Easter is like. I have Roman Catholic Easters. I wonder what Greek Easter is like. Go to sleep. I love these tokens. These tokens are really fun. It really looks like they're stunned. That's great. It's really fun. Okay. Finishing up Melody. Okay. It felt like a kid movie. That's what I heard. I didn't see it yet. All right. See you, Blush. Thanks for stopping by. Oh my God. So cool. I didn't see it, but I heard that. I heard people were like, oh, if you're a kid, you like it. If you are, and then that's when I stopped listening to the reviews, because I was like, I mean, you know, it's like if you compare it to Sonic the Hedgehog, I think it's in the right realm. It's like it's for kids. It is. It's definitely for kids. But I'm excited to see it. I want to hear about it. From what I heard, it's like a multiverse. They're opening the Nintendo cinematic universe up, is the whole point of the movie, which Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, the story was all over the place. Yeah, that's what I heard. It seems like the whole point of this one was to like just open up the multiverse. At least that's what I heard. Hey, maybe it'll lead to a Smash Bros movie, which I wouldn't be mad about if it was good. Smash Bros movie would be wild. That would be wild. Do you think we could see a Smash Bros movie? Whoa. I mean, you gotta be thinking like maybe that's what they're onto. Like maybe Super Mario 3 movie is gonna be Smash Bros. That would be crazy. They're already working on another one. I know. This is gonna be like, dude, there's gonna be like 10 Mario movies. Same with Minecraft, right? Aren't they already working on the second Minecraft movie? A Minecraft movie? Okay, I'm stalling out. I'm gonna see if I can finish this character in 15 minutes. 2-hour stream. We will have 5 FNAF movies. Dang, dude, I hope so. I heard those didn't do well, though. Did they? I heard the first one was like a real stinker. I don't know, though. Maybe that applies to the same thing I was saying about the Mario movie, where it's like, bro, it's just for Five Nights at Freddy's fans. If you're not a fan, don't go see it. I want to see the movie that Markiplier made. Was it Iron Lung? Is that what it was called? I didn't get to see that movie, but I really wanted to. Okay, let's put this together. We have an ability that interacts with other heroes. What could we do that would help other heroes? What if she can unstun a hero? Because we haven't done stuns yet on heroes, and I'm sure that will happen. What if we just said that she can spend a soul to unstun a hero? Maybe? You know what? We're doing this in 15 minutes. It's happening. It's happening. It's good. It's done. We're going to do it. All right. We're going to grab her hero card, grab Melody, and Melody has how much health again? 9 health. So let's go ahead and fix that. And then let's just give her the ability to wake up another hero. So if they're stunned, would it be stunned or asleep? Unstun a hero? Does that make sense that she can unstun a hero? I'm thinking too much about it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it and be done with it, right? Oh, you gotta wait for streaming platforms. You didn't see it even though Detroit was one of the first to feature it as an indie film. Dang, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I had friends who went to go see it, but I just didn't get a chance. Like, as much as it made waves, I also feel like it didn't stay around all that long. I could be totally wrong, and people are like, that's bullshit. That's not true. It's been around for a long time, and it stayed in the theaters as long as any other movie. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know why, but it just didn't catch me enough time that I could go see it. But yeah, I'm excited to see it. And Hollywood was like really pissed off about it, right? They were like, no, this can't be happening. I hope we see more of that, honestly. I hope these YouTubers turn their money into making movies. That's what I would do. I would absolutely make movies. I was trying to write like a story for a book recently because I got this like lightning in a bottle idea for a story. And believe me, if I had money to do it, oh, hell yeah. I would turn it into a movie. Okay. We were going to say that they can wake up someone. Here's the problem. If heroes go to sleep, they can't be awoken for the entire game, the entire battle. That feels like that's a problem. I don't know. I could be wrong. Like, how could you wake up a hero if they fall asleep, if a creature can put them to sleep? They removed it from a listing, even though it was beating every movie. I saw that. Ruthless. So ruthless. My God, guys. Let the man have his success, for real. Maybe, oh man. You could wake a hero up from... I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to say unstun a hero. Does the sorcerer actually have only one eye? I don't think so. You could make, oh, whoa, that's crazy. That's why they cover with their hair. You can make an eye card. Dang, that's really funny. The magic eye. Dang, do they have a magic eye? That would be wild. That's like unintentional, but would be really slick. Interesting. Yeah, what if they have like a gem for an eye? Oh, that would be really cool. Yeah, you're right. The eye is like a big deal. Okay, let's see what we could do with it. Maybe that's their interesting thing. You're right. Could be. Okay, 15 minutes. Okay, down to like 8 minutes. Okay, we could do this. 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 It's good. I'm giving myself a little bit of a time constraint here to see if we could just finish this guy up. Okay. Pokeball Eye, it captures the enemy for your team. I choose you. I choose you. That's what it would have to be. It would have to be I, like EYE. I choose you. Okay, let's do this. Drop this down to a 2 or even a 1. Okay. Let's grab this thing. We always use this. This goes here. Trying to do this quick, or as quick as we can. Pull this up here. Great. Maybe this will end up being their ability. Their ability. Let's delete that. Put the little line here that we always do, even though I think I got to do some major UI reworking to make this make sense, but okay. Okay, there we go. Move this over. We'll call this snap out of it, and she can unstun a hero, which means we're eventually going to have ones that can do this. Last but not least, I got to grab the What was it? There was one of them here. Small traits, no. Speed, no. Somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. That's not the one. That's the one. Just gotta grab this instant because it is an instant. She can do it anytime she wants. Anytime that she wants to. Oh no, the scratch discs are full. Oh, that's the worst thing in the world. Oh my god. Oh boy. Uh-oh. I think I know what that means. Is the stream crashing? No. No, it's not crashing. But if the scratch discs are full, that usually means that I'm running out of memory. Uh-oh. It like won't even select anything. Yeah, the stream is still here. But look, it like won't let me do anything. Yeah, look at that. That's a thing. Okay. Stop yelling at me. Stop yelling at me. Can I even save it? Oh my god, it won't even let me save anything. I did too much. I did too much. Okay. Maybe, just maybe. Oh man, I don't get to save anything. No. SSDs are expensive as heck. I don't even think this thing will let me save now. Oh, it did it. Did it do it? Okay. We have like just enough memory to do the last part of this. Okay. All right. I'm not going to push it, my guys. I'm not going to push it. I'm just a nice guy trying to make some stuff. Okay. Unstun a hero. We're going to put that in melody. And we'll just put this in with... Oh my god, I still didn't do her total amount of health yet. Please don't shut down on me. 9. Okay. I had to stop recording the stream, so that's a thing. But we're still here. That's the most important part. Export them to another hard drive. I only have one hard drive on here. It's like a 2 terabyte hard drive, but I think it's almost full, sadly. Wow. Hopefully it'll hang in there. Okay. Snap out of it. Computer, snap out of it. All right, Melody goes in here. Melody's card is in there. We got it. I'm gonna go ahead and, oh man, this is tough. I am definitely feeling the burn right now of this. I'm gonna stick with it. I could get this done. I'm supposed to do this over 2 days, but we're doing it in 1. We'll do it live. All right, we're gonna get rid of the old melody. We're gonna put the new melody in. All right. We now have one ability. I've only gotten one thing done here. We got an ability that interacts with other heroes. We do not have 2 attacks that are different and useful at the same time. We only have a 1. And right now it's gonna be, yeah. My brain is struggling. Oh my god, I wish. I'm never going to be able to afford a 5 terabyte hard drive in my life now. It's never going to happen for me. This is my last computer I'm ever going to own. An item that can be used during battle that has many different use cases. Okay, I'm gonna make her eye card. This is just like, I'm just flying by the seat of my pants right now. I'm gonna make the eye card. I'm gonna call it True Sight. And if you do not I was gonna say, if you, how's this gonna work with the eye? Raymond, thanks for the tip on this. This is a great idea. True Sight. Hard drives are still cheap. I thought they were going up in price. This is gonna be something where if you skip your turn, what could you do? What could you do? Clear. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's true. That's true. SSDs are the expensive ones because they're like RAM based. Maybe I'll check it out. I was also going to bring in a computer to set up Claude Code. So I have a computer at home that's been sitting in the basement that's like a real junker, but it's like still pretty powerful enough to like do AI stuff. So I was going to give that a shot and see if I connect it, because I don't want to put it on my own computer because I don't want to give it like access to my files on here, because these files are just too important. God forbid it like started deleting all this stuff. I think I would just give up completely. Okay. True Sight gives Melody the ability to I feel like True Sight would be something where she gets to decide who attacks who, or like which creatures attack who. Maybe that's what this does. True Sight. Exhaust this card. Decide the targets of the creatures. Unexhaust at the end of encounter. Exhaust this card, decide, choose the targets of the creatures. So maybe you get to choose what creatures who the creatures are going to attack. Sure, you know what? We're just going to do it. We're just going to go with it because that's what we're doing here. I think I'm over my 2 hours, so I didn't hit the end of the thing. Just been blowing through deadlines left and right. Okay. Yeah, right? That seems like that could be a good one. True Sight, you can exhaust this card during the encounter, and then you choose who's going to attack who, and you can't use it again. Yeah, sure. Why not? That sounds pretty cool. All right, so we're getting there. We're almost there. We're almost there. This is an item that can be used during battle that has many different use cases for show. That's done. If we get one more attack and a fun non-combat card, then we're good to go. I'm gonna say they have this brooch. That brooch could be a thing. The brooch could and then we need one attack for her. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, she needs a magic dagger. Okay. I got something. I think I got an idea. This Echo Strike does 1 damage on a 1 or more. If Echo Strike succeeded last turn, do +1 damage. But what if she has a dagger, a magic dagger, that also does Echo Strike? So I don't know where I'm going with this. I have no idea where I'm going with this, but what if I had 2 cards that had the same spell name on them and they can bounce back and forth between each other? Or you use them for different things. That could be interesting. Okay. Let's try this. Let's get a dagger. Yeah, to cast spells with her hands. I see that from her photo. Yeah, I love this. Like, I love trying to go through and look at the like character art and try and deduce like what we could put together. What if this was Echo Strike? What if this is Echo Strike? Stop. Please. All right, we're going to bring this down here. And this, I don't know if you have to use a spell token or not. So the idea being that Echo Strike bounces back and forth and allows her to use the dagger. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but we're going to try it. We're just going to see what's the worst that can happen. On Monday, we'll try it out and it will suck. And then we'll be like, you know what? We're not going to do this anymore. And then we'll do something else. This Echo Strike is going to be more risky. If 1, do 1 damage. If 2, put the equals in there. If 1, do 1 damage. If 2 equals 2 damage. If 3 equals 3 damage. I don't know. I'm a little lost here. So you would do this one, and then you have to do her spell. You have to do her spell. And if her spell gives you a +1 on damage on the original spell, we could try and take a page from Orin so that if you miss with the dagger, so we could do this: if fail or 1 equals miss token, if 2 or crit, two damage. Why wouldn't you just keep doing this one? You have a 50-50% chance of getting a hit or not. Whereas on this one, if 1 or more, do 1 damage. So you're basically guaranteed a 5 and 6 chance of doing 1 damage. If Echo Strike succeeded last turn, do +1. But this one, this is where I get into this problem, man. I always run into this problem with this game, is that designing it, is that if I wanted to keep, stop Windows, please. Is that if I wanted both of these to be in her kit, why would you ever not choose this one or this one? If 1 or more, do 1 damage. If Echo Strike succeeded last turn, do +1 damage. So you do this one for 1 damage. On the next turn, you do it for 2 damage. Or you can do this one. If fail or 1, do a miss token. If 2 or crit, do 2 damage. But then you do this one and then go back to this one to do 2 damage. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. This one would have to have maybe a different attack. So this one would be Echo Shatter, and this one would say, damn, I don't know. I'm running out of steam, man. I'm running out of steam on these. Echo Shatter, I don't know. If last if Echo Strike was the last successful attack, do 3 damage. So you could use this one over and over again, getting a +1 to do 2 damage, and then you can roll if 1 or more, you have to roll for it, and Echo Strike was the last successful attack. Last successful attack, do 3 damage. And 1 hex, and the hex token means that they do less damage. We don't want to do a hex token. We want to do a miss. I still don't know why. Oh man, I still don't know why we would do. So then you can't ever do this one, you know? you can't do this one unless you've done this, and then you have to choose when you want to do it. If hero's last attack, if one or more, an echo strike was hero's last attack. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make this place 2 miss tokens. I'm not gonna make it a big damage. This is gonna like be something different. It doesn't do basic damage. That's a problem. Oh boy. Oh my god, I can't wait for this to be done. I'm just gonna go ahead and merge these for right now. Actually, I'm gonna do this. No, I'm not gonna merge them. I'm gonna grab this and do this. We're just gonna make this a basic one. If 1, do 1 damage. If 2, do I feel like where I'm stuck with this is I feel like I've kind of backed out of these sorcerers halfway by giving them all magic weapons so that if they use all their souls, they kind of like can get away with doing whatever they want to do by still attacking. I don't know. Why no healing? I think because Cottonmouth is going to do the healing. A healing blade? That's interesting. You think so? I was thinking this would be more like you kind of use the Echo Strike to do attacks, and it doubles each turn that you use it successfully. And then you can use this attack on this weapon to do 2 miss tokens and basically like break your combo. So you do your combo until you want to turn it into 2 miss tokens and hopefully destroy them. But I feel like this should be over here, personally. My feeling about this is like I struggle with the sorcerers in a big way because they each only have 1 attack that they can do generally. And so I keep giving them a magical weapon so that they can still do something else. And that feels broken to me. I feel like it's really not the way it should be. It should be that everything they do is a spell so that you're managing it. But you know what? We'll get back to that later. If crit, I'm just going to do 2 damage and Yeah, I kind of wanted them to feel like fireworks, you know, like you're doing chip damage on them, and then you build up your stockpile, and at the right moment you like unleash a burst. The problem with that is that this chip damage is pretty boring, but it's what you do most of the time. Mostly healers and help out those who do massive damage or stun and trap. Yeah. Maybe that's part of what I'm struggling with, is I'm kind of making them feel like they have to be their own standalones rather than just buffing the other heroes so the other heroes can do more attacks. That's a really good point. I kind of wanted them to be their own, like they can do their own thing. That could be a mistake. I think we'll find out on Monday, right? In this case, I'm just going to still do this because this is what I've been doing. And if crit do 2 damage, I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't want this to be better than the other one. Yeah, which is like not the way to be designing. I shouldn't be designing these to like keep them from outpacing each other, but it's okay. It's okay. Again, we're almost there. It's okay. I'll get to it on Monday when I get to play it. But that's a good point, Raymond. Like, yeah, maybe I'm thinking of these guys as too much like combat. You know, I'm thinking of them as like they need to compete or do the same stuff as, you know, Orin, you know, like, oh, they have to be able to do like a bunch of different stuff. And even this, it's like the target creature and any creatures adjacent receive a hex token, is like, I'm giving him stuff that a spell would do. So I wonder if I need to think about this over the weekend, you know, really like putting a delineation of combat does damage, magic, sorcerers and magic is about buffing, debuffing, healing, etc. I don't know how I feel about that. We gave True Sight, exhaust this card, choose the targets of the creatures, reset at the end of the encounter. We have another thing here that's kind of cool. I do like how Echo Strike can be chained together to do extra damage, and then you can also choose to do Echo Shatter with the blade, which is if one or more and Echo Strike was the hero's last successful attack, place 2 miss tokens on them, which still requires someone else to do something, which I like that. I do like that. I think that's pretty fun. That's pretty cool. She can unstun a hero, which we don't really have that happening yet, but I think it could. Actually, we do have that. The spiders. Spiders can stun if they catch someone slipping. Okay, the last thing we need to do here to finish up Melody, we have 2 attacks now. We just need a fun non-combat item. I think it's the brooch. What the brooch does, I don't know. Be interesting if it gave a +1. Raymond said separation based on core traits, categorizing individuals by their defining types, such as warrior or magic user. Yeah, I think that's what I'll have to do after this. I mean, this has been, honestly, it's been challenging content to make, because I get it. This is not the most exciting thing to watch. But from a design standpoint, I feel like this is going to be like the fertilizer for the soil. You know what I mean? Like, because if you remember, before we did anything with mapping out these heroes, there were no soul tokens, there were no poison tokens, there were no blood tokens, there were no fire tokens, there were no mist tokens. I think, no, there were mist tokens. There were mist tokens. But all 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the all 8 status tokens were not here. There were none. So I know that this was hella important to just trudge through this, and I know it's like not the most exciting thing, but my feeling about it is I can almost guarantee it on Monday when I go through to play this game next week. It maybe, I could be wrong, but I feel like it's going to supercharge the playthrough where I'm going to hit points and I'm going to go, dang, this should actually be, oh, wait a second, this should be a stun. And so this creature should stun, and now we can do that. And I feel like it's going to come back, and the investment time is going to be like, oh yeah, oh, this was great. Because yeah, none of this stuff existed. There was no bleeding. There was no fire. And again, some of these things are still going to be figured out, but yeah. Okay, the brooch. I feel like the brooch. I feel like the brooch is a one-time use item that gives, no, it's not powerful enough. I was going to say a +1 to a stat check. So if you're, doing something and you got to roll for strength, you can get a +1 on that item. If I give it to everyone, if I say she can give a +1 to every roll, that is kind of useful. But it's kind of like really, is it really useful? Maybe it's a second roll, so you get to roll 2 of these instead of just 1. So instead of failing it, you might get this. I know. Reroll a failed skill check. Oh, but she could do it every single time. I know what to do. I think I got it. Just to finish this out, because I gotta do it. I gotta finish it. Okay. I think the way this one card works is it's Brooch of Fortune. And what it does is it gives you the opportunity to re-roll challenges. Thanks, Raymond. You're right. You're right. Future Kurt. And Future Kurt will be happy with what I've done here. Okay. I'm just going to put try again. I am definitely out of creative juice. To go from the Lyrian tea set, which was absolutely hysterical, to like, let's just, maybe it's just try again. Okay. Re-roll a non-combat stat check. Reroll a non-combat stat check once. Place a miss token on this card. 3, discard after 3 miss tokens. Oh, you know what? We won't call them miss token. We'll just call it misses, which, just to make it fit so we could be done and wrap this up. Reroll reroll non-combat stat check once or not. Reroll a non-combat stat check. Place a miss on this card. Discard after 3 misses. Ooh. Or do you lose it? No, let's do 3. We'll just call it try. Okay, a little cleverness. Try. Try. Again, we put 3 tries in there because you get 3 tries. Try again. I can still be clever when I'm fatigued creatively. Okay, Brooch of Fortune. Try again. Okay, let's save it. See if I can save this one. Melody, are we done? Guys, are we done? Oh my God, please. Please. I can't believe I pulled this off. This was a lot of work. The dagger is gonna go in here. I'm just trying to save these so I can come back later. Okay, close that. Oh, we got to put the card in. Okay. I'm getting excited to finish. Wow. I'm about to do it. All right, let's grab Imgur and drop in the Brooch of Fortune. Drop this in. There you go. Wow, they're all done. Oh my God. Wow. Guys, it's time to clean it up. The surgery is done. Raymond, thank you so much, man. Thank you for always cheering me on, man. It means so much. Wow. I can't believe it. This was a lot of work. This was crazy amount of work. Wow. These are her cards. Right? Is she done? Yeah, Assassin's Blade and Blood Mask. Okay. Why won't this one card go in? Go in there, guy. Is it some reason? I know, I'm so excited, Raymond. It's like, I really miss playing this game. I really miss it a lot. Like, it really crept up on me, the like dropping of morale for me, which happens in games. I think that's the thing, is people think, you know, watching games get made is like, you know, it's really just you kind of like making stuff. But the truth is, it's really a challenge, because a lot of what has to do with making a game is about managing your mental health by doing like a marathon, basically. Why won't this card go in the deck? Why won't this? Okay, you know what? Whatevs. We'll just make another one. I don't know why this card is being so stubborn, but it really is. Yeah, I just find that, like, that's the thing, man. Games are... Oh, I see why. These guys think they're part of a deck. All right, well, you know what? We're just gonna have to do this and just fake it. Okay, you're gonna go up here. Wow, look at this. They're all done. Even though this deck is scuffed. This card is old. Just gotta clean up the surgery table. Fake it till you make it. Wow, dude, yeah, that's very accurate. I think when you're making games, it's really a fake it till you make it, you know? There's like no way around it. You just really got to go all in and be like, wait, what? What just happened here? Oh, did I just flip these by accident? Oh yeah, these are a mess. Oh, they didn't like it when it was flipped. Oh, that's what it was. They didn't like it when the blood pixie was face up because that's the back of the card, I guess. Wow, these guys are all done. Oh my god. Wow. All 10 of them have somewhat of a kit. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna just clean up this a little bit more. Right? It is strange to see it all clear. And it's like when I come, because I just we haven't played this game in honestly weeks. We haven't played this game in a very long time. Like played through it. When I used to play through it with Ashmar, I feel like Ashmar was the last time I really remember playing through this game. There was a little bit that I played through when I was doing Bucket for sure, because I remember testing things out with Bucket. But other than that, this game has been like largely unplayed, like just completely not done at all. Let's see, one. Put this one here. Cleaning simulator. That would be really funny to do one of those. Okay, we'll put this one here, and then we'll make this an epic one because that's fun. Yeah. So there we go. We have the epic fail and the epic win on both ends. These cards, I think this stays here. This goes over here. That goes in there. I don't know what to do with this card, except it goes in there and in there. This and this. Yeah, it's like I get to clean this up finally. It's very therapeutic, actually. It's like feels like, oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Wow, there we go. Oh my God, you're so right, Raymond. I never mentioned this, but when I streamed earlier this week, I had forgot to save my stuff, and that was like, yikes. That was really rough. It wasn't super bad, but it was bad enough that I was like, oh man, all the cards I made, none of them stayed. I got to redo the whole thing. Okay. Okay. I think we can get rid of this guy. This was the original D4 that I used to use. We can grab all the heroes now. And I think we could just put them right here. Or, nah, actually I do like them like right here. It's a nice little place for them. Still don't know where these guys go, but that's okay. Save it. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, guys. Wow, wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. That was a lot. I feel like a massive chapter of work on this game is done. Yeah, it does use Lua. Isn't that sick? Thanks, Raymond. Thank you for all the support, man. For real. Wow. This was a lot. Like, this was a lot. But I feel really good about what's happened over these past couple weeks. This was a lot of work to do to get these heroes to feel like they matched this new level of the game that we're trying to get to, and we did it. All in a no way, almost 3-hour stream. That's why I'm so hungry. My stomach is like growling like crazy. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me while I do this. This has been a true marathon. Like, really, my brain feels like it has run miles and miles and miles nonstop getting this done. And I'm so excited because now on Monday, the relief comes of let's play Deadly Decks on Monday. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Raymond, shout out to you. Honestly, your support means so much. I love it. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to go get lunch before I eat my computer desk. I'll see you guys here on Monday once again for some Deadly Decks devlog. I can't wait. Oh, yes. Heroes are done. First draft heroes done. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Curtis, wow. Ow.